Hi everyone, I'm Courtney Dunkel and my district profile is on Upland Unified School District. This is a unique district because it's very large. There's quite a bit of elementary schools, and although there are quite a bit of elementary schools, there are only two middle schools and one high school and one continuation school. Our location is from the north side of the 10. It reaches from Claremont to Rancho Cucamonga, hits bits of Alta Loma, and it goes all the way up into the foothills of Mount Baldy. Our 9 elementary schools are Sierra Vista, Magnolia, Sycamore, Citrus, Cabrillo, Pepper Tree, Baldy View, Valencia, and Upland Elementary. We also have Foothill Knolls Academy, which is actually a STEM academy, and it goes for grades K through 8. Our middle schools are Upland Junior High School and Pioneer Junior High School. Our high school and one continuation school are Upland High School and Hillside Continuation. And we also have a lot of adult programs for people who would like to complete their GED after they have left school. Some defining characteristics of this school district are the mission statement itself and the goals that they have achieved previously. Their mission statement is Upland Unified School District prepares and inspires all students to maximize their academic potential and to thrive in a complex global society. They do a great job at their school locations. I'm actually a sub in the district as well as a student teacher, so I've been able to see how they help students reach their full potential at the skills that they achieve well in and help them in situations and content area that they may struggle in, but we focus on building the whole child rather than just the academic child, so they learn how to achieve those goals by using their social emotional skills that are also taught in the classroom. Some of the goals that they've achieved from the 2017-2019 goals were to implement a multi-tiered system of supports that align programs and services to meet the academic, social, and physical needs of all students, to ensure equitable access and use of innovative technology, to improve consistency, equity, and rigor in teaching and learning experiences, and to improve the parent and community engagement. Although that these are some goals that they have achieved, we'll find later on that in their strategic plan and their LCAP, the goals are the same because they're constantly trying to enhance what they can give back to their students. The demographics of our district are pretty mixed. The cumulative enrollment by gender, we have a little bit more males than we do females. Whereas race and ethnicity goes, we have a high Hispanic and Latino population. You can tell the difference though throughout the schools in the district. Most of the northern schools don't have as high of a Hispanic population, but they have a more high population of Asian students and white students, whereas south of, I would say, Arrow, more of the students are Hispanic rather than Asian. We have a decent percent of students that are English learners. At the school site that I was at, we actually didn't have any English learners in the 5th grade, but that's not the case for all of the rest of the school district. Throughout subbing, there were quite a few classes with a high ratio of English learners. They use a PBIS or multi-tiered system of supports for their students' discipline. And as you can see in the first picture, students suspended for defiance only has drastically increased. Oh, sorry, I got cut off. From 2015-16 into the 2016-17 and 17-18 school years. And the expulsion rate for defiance-based offenses was not there. They didn't have any expulsions purely on defiance. When looking at the ratios of expulsions for violent crimes or having drugs, it was a little bit higher, but it was still fairly low compared to other school districts. They have recently implemented the MTSS and the PBIS in the schools, and it's improved for the teachers and the students, although it's still a work in progress. Their strategic plan and their LCAP for 2018 and through 2021, their goals are to implement a system that aligns with the programs and services to meet the academic, social, and emotional, physical needs of all students, to improve the innovative use of technology, to improve the consistency, equity, and rigor in teaching and learning experiences, to create a safe and inclusive environment for students with special needs, and to improve parent and community engagement. I feel that these goals are important for the school district because part of their needs on their LCAP were discussing the improvement of EL performance and math performance among all of their students. So these goals are a great way to help those students help reach those students' goals for those two areas of support that they need the most in. Some recent changes that the school district has made is that the schools within the district are all officially transitioned into the multi-tiered system of supports and PBIS system. So now all of the schools throughout the district are trying to use common language and get on the same page with implementing this and having it implemented in their own schools. And the security systems have been increased as has visitor screenings. They've been implemented at all school sites. They discussed this at a few board meetings, and it was important that the students were safe on campus, of course, and that all visitors had to scan their ID in order to get into the school. So the ID was ran, and it gets sent off to a Megan's Law website, and it runs and screens for any behavior that shouldn't be around children on someone's record. And if they are flagged, then they are not allowed on the campus. But once they are cleared, the ID will be printed. They're like student badge. We'll have the ID picture as well as their name and where they're going to be volunteering within the school. I feel that this is really important so we can minimize the amount of strangers that walk in with our students. In today's climate, it's probably best to keep them safe. Some strengths within the district. Collaboration is a strength and a weakness per se. The schools themselves work well and collaborate with their own staff. However, some weaknesses I have found through student teaching was that my school was on geometry, whereas the next elementary school was on a completely different topic and area of math. So they're working on building up their collaboration skills inter-schools rather than with just themselves, because together all of the content should be able to flow and work together with all of the schools. Equity, integrity, and accountability and leadership. These schools within the district all show this for their students and for their staff members. They all focus on the whole child. PBIS is a great way to implement that in developing the whole child rather than just an academic one. Creative innovation and excellence. These are all great strengths of Upland Unified, and each school shows them in different ways. And some needs I've already mentioned, but while they have made great effort for MTSS and PBIS, they do struggle with having everyone on the same page with the terminology and the implementation throughout the schools. Each school is unique in its own way in how it has implemented it already, but being on the same page will help students if they were to move or if teachers were to move from site to site. It'll keep everybody on the same level playing field with language and behavior management in the classrooms. They need to improve their EL student performance and their improvement of math performance for all students, and through the goals that they have set for the 2018 and 2021 school year, I think those are great ways for them to do it. And also, as I've mentioned multiple times, the collaboration between schools and within the district is something that they need to work on, but it's working in progress already. Some recommendations: by striving to achieve their 3 goals, the implementation of the math and EL performance should also increase. With practice, everything will get on the same page and all the students will be able to get what they need based on their own assets and needs. And lastly, having all students work together to create a curriculum, having all schools work together to create a curriculum plan with help will help all teachers stay on the same page with MTSS and PBIS and the content throughout the year. So overall, Upland Unified is a great school district. Although some teachers or some schools may not all be on the same page, they're working to get it all together, and that way they can create the best environment for all of the students within the district. And my Works Cited page. So I used EdData, the Upland Human Resources page for all the information, the strategic plan, and the LCAP.